Many ancient warriors believed one thing: their weapons weren't objects, they were alive. Across Japan, Scandinavia, and tribal cultures around the world, warriors followed a powerful superstition that blades, swords, and spears carried a spirit, a companion, a guardian, or sometimes a curse. In Japan, samurai believed a sword held the heart of its warrior. Blades were forged with rituals, blessed by priests, and treated like living beings. They weren't just tools of war. They were partners in life and death. A samurai's honor was intrinsically tied to his blade, and losing it was a fate worse than death itself. Some warriors even believed their swords had moods: calm, angry, or restless, reflecting the emotional state of their owner or the atmosphere of an impending battle. They would talk to their swords, clean them with meditative focus, and even give them a place of honor within their homes. This belief went even deeper. According to Japanese folklore, an old weapon can grow a soul of its own, called a Tsukumogami. This is a type of spirit that can inhabit objects that have reached 100 years of age. For the samurai, this meant their blade had memory, intention, and destiny. A sword that had seen a century of conflict was not just a piece of steel. It was a conscious entity, a witness to history, carrying the experiences and will of every warrior who had ever wielded it. Its soul was a culmination of victories, defeats, and the spirits of those it had touched. In the Viking world, a sword wasn't just forged, it was named. Names like Legbiter or Forereaper gave the weapon a distinct identity. Warriors believed a blade had a will of its own, a personality shaped by every battle it survived. A new sword was an unknown quantity, but a sword passed down through generations was a legend. Its story told in sagas, and its character known to all. This personification created a deep bond, turning the sword into a trusted ally on the unforgiving battlefield. Some swords were said to choose their owners. A blade might feel heavy or awkward in the hands of one person, yet perfectly balanced for another. Others refused to cut unless held by the right warrior, a sign that the weapon's spirit rejected an unworthy user. And many Vikings feared inheriting a sword with a dark past, because that meant inheriting its curse. A sword that had been used for betrayal or had a history of bringing ruin to its owners was seen as tainted, its spirit forever malicious. In many tribal cultures from Polynesia to Africa to the Philippines, warriors believed their spears weren't empty tools. They were vessels where ancestors lived. These weapons were direct links to their lineage, channels for ancestral strength and wisdom. The carvings on a spear weren't just decoration. They were sacred scripts that told the story of the tribe and invoked the power of the spirits who came before. Before a battle, these weapons were held in ceremonies, blessed, and sometimes even fed offerings. Symbols carved on shields invited spirit protection. Spears were blessed before battle to awaken the ancestral power within them. The weapon was a guardian, a tangible piece of the spirit world that the warrior carried with him. Losing a weapon wasn't just shameful, it meant losing the spirit guarding you. It was a spiritual catastrophe, leaving the warrior exposed, alone, and disconnected from his ancestors. The return of a lost ancestral weapon was a cause for great celebration. So, why did so many different warriors, separated by thousands of miles and hundreds of years, all believe their weapons had souls? Was it mere superstition born from a violent world? The answer is more profound. Because a living weapon gave courage. It transformed a lonely, terrifying ordeal into a shared journey. When you believe your sword has a will to win, you fight harder. When you believe your spear holds the spirit of your grandfather, you feel his strength. A weapon with a spirit offered identity. It connected the warrior to a lineage, a history, and a destiny. It offered protection, not just physically, but spiritually. And most importantly, it gave them a sense that no warrior entered the battlefield alone. In the chaos of combat, that belief was a shield for the mind. A weapon with a spirit wasn't just superstition, it was psychological armor. It was the ultimate mental advantage in a world where survival depended on both steel and spirit. You're watching a ThinkSmartMedia-Ph documentary where history, culture, and ancient mysteries come alive. If you want more stories about warriors, beliefs, and forgotten traditions, like the video, share it, and subscribe for more. ThinkSmartMedia-Ph. Smart stories, smart thinking. Watch the next documentary on the screen.